Hi there, Pathfinders, and welcome back. Today we have a new trailer out for Mass Effect Andromeda. We have the gameplay trailer that was released during the Game Awards, which of course was your standard okay kind of thing. They still have a ways to go before it impresses me. But I did want to talk about it, and I have taken some time and watched the video a few times. And I'm also going to be talking about a couple of key notes about the trailer. Now, I will leave a link in the description if you want to go watch the gameplay trailer yourself, so you can have a wee look at these wee bits. I'll only be showing wee clips and screenshots in this video. I will not be showing the full video because I want you to go watch it, because it is a pretty damn badass trailer, I will not lie. So, without further ado, let's dive into this trailer and start talking about it. Now, of course, the first thing we kind of have to talk about is the two new party members that have now been revealed. Drac, the Krogan, and Vectra, the female Turian. We have a female Turian party member in this game. Whoop whoop! And, of course, in my last video I said that the Krogan had not been confirmed, which they had not at the time. We're getting Krogan, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of them. I'm very pleased to see that we're actually getting a female Turian as a party member. We did see our first female Turian in Mass Effect 3, which I was very happy with, and she was a temporary party member, but this looks like it's a permanent party member, and I'm very happy. And I do like her design. She looks pretty badass, and I love the design of the Krogan Drac. He looks pretty awesome, especially with the bones on his armor. That's pretty badass. He'll never replace Grunt, he'll never replace Rex, but he does look pretty badass, and he might be a suitable stand-in, shall we say. We don't know much about them, unlike the other characters. I'm very happy, actually, that we know very little about most of the party members. I like that. I hope that BioWare keep to that we don't know too much about our party members, because that was a problem that I think a lot of games do these days, is they reveal too much before release. So hopefully they'll keep the party members as vague as possible, give us a basic outline of their character, a little bit about their backstory, but not reveal too much. I want to learn a lot more about the characters as I go in. I'm hoping that's the case. But that's just me. We'll see how we go on with the trailers from here on, because apparently for the next 3 months we're going to be getting a lot of Mass Effect news, which I'm very pleased about, in all honesty. But of course, there is one other thing I do want to talk about a few things I want to talk about in this trailer, and that's of course the sort of a little habitation area we've got in this trailer. We seem to have a exiled colony in a way, just from the dialogue that Ryder states in this, most notably about the head of this area, I think her name is, Sloane Kelly. A lot of these people or races in this little colony are actually, in a way, exiles of the fleet. It seems as though, which is no surprise, that some people didn't agree with the plans of the fleet and have decided to kind of start out on their own and just abandon the fleet, start with the supplies they have, and work from their way up. Basically starting with nothing and working their way up, and not using the fleet as resources, basically. That's at least what I can gather, and it would make sense from a story point of view as to why some of these people would want to do this. Some of them might not agree with the way that the head echelon are running things in the fleet, and they want to kind of run their own thing. Like, the whole point of coming to Andromeda was to get a new start. Now, whether or not it was their plan initially, or a lot of these people basically chose it because they had no option, because we don't know how the fleets are run yet. We know very little. We know the fleet's main mission is to explore and basically inhabit this new galaxy, but there would be political differences, and it would make sense, very much like in even the Milky Way, where there were people who were on the edge of the terminus systems. There are going to be people who would not agree with it and want to be on their own thing. Like, they would go to planets and colonies and start their own ones, and not in line with the Nexus. It makes very logical sense why they would do this, but I'm very interested to see how, from a story point of view, they're going to introduce this. It's going to see where we're going to go there, and it does look like it's a very ramshackled area, so there might be scavenging, of course. That's how we do things in Andromeda. Now, we also did get a look at Sloane Kelly herself, who looks pretty badass. She is very much a hothead by the sounds of it. Just from the dialogue that Ryder states in the trailer, it seems as though she was at one point a very well-respected military leader, and was actually part of the security team of the fleet, but due to various disagreements and her hothead temper, shall we say, interested in gains. That's going to be interesting to see how she's going to approach this. Now, we also did get our first look at the new narrative interrupts in this trailer. Not Paragon, not Renegade, very much a just interrupt in general. This one probably leaning a little bit more to Renegade. If you take the gun after the Turian who's pointed it to you and pointed to Sloan, probably not the best thing to do to a person who has 2 armed Krogans next to you and a few soldiers. You may be a Pathfinder Rider, but that's not a smart move. We did also get a look at the Nomad. It'll never replace the Mako, but it looks pretty good. We did get a little look at the Nomad. We've seen this a few times in a couple of trailers and some art that's been released. But we did get to see the Nomad in action and it driving about in this. And it looks like it's going to be a slightly upgraded version of the Mako, so we'll see where it goes from there. If it's anything like the Mako, I will be driving it like an absolute nutter and probably end on its back about half the game. So we'll see how that plays out. But of course, that's not the main thing of this trailer. I think the most important part of this trailer is we got to see combat. We got to see quite a lot of it, actually. I'm very surprised with this trailer, as we got to see a lot of the combat, mostly biotics and gun-based. We didn't get to see many Omni items or tech-based powers. But I did like what I saw. It looks like it's just a slightly more polished version of the Mass Effect 3 gameplay. Of course, we've got the jetpack now, which I'm very going to have a lot of fun with that jetpack. We got to see how some of the biotics work, like biotic dodges by the looks of it. I'm not too sure if that's going to be a power or it's going to be that. We got to see biotic charge at some point. But my favourite thing that we got to see was we get a biotic shield. Now, I think we did have something like that in Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2 and 3 maybe. I'm not 100% certain. It's been a wee while since I played. But this looks like it's very much like a shield that you hold up like Captain America style. You're holding the shield up and it's blocking in-pile projectiles. I like that. That is actually a very good design. That's probably going to be a power I'm going to use a lot, because I've always liked the idea of like having a shield popped up in front of you and you charging towards your enemy with your, well, sword or your gun ready, and then as soon as they drop it, you bang, pop them in the head or slice them in half. One of the two options, most likely slice for me. I'm very interested to see how this will implement and the powers and how you're going to be able to implement them. It looks very interesting. I'm actually liking I'm liking a lot of how the gameplay looks in this, especially when it comes to the combat. It looks very fun, very fast paced, very on your fly kind of thinking. We did also get a little look at one possible new race in the series that hasn't been announced, and of course people have pointed this out and picked them already. A purple squid kind of looking guy, which looks interesting. I don't know if we'll have a party member who's like that. It would be nice if we had some Andromedan locals as party members, because this guy does look like an Andromedan local, Andromedian, shall we say. I'm interested to see where that's going to go. Like, I actually want to know a little bit about his race. Basically, as soon as I see a new race in Mass Effect, I'm kind of, I want to know more. So hopefully we'll get a lot more about this race. They're not the Ket, that's very obvious. But I'm kind of interested. Right now we're just calling them the Purple Squid. At least that's what I'm calling him, because he looks like a purple squid. That's just me. Apparently I'm squidist. But I am liking the look of the combat. It looks phenomenal. I'm very interested to see where it goes. I think I've seen enough of the combat to know that I am going to like it. I would like to see a bit of the tech tree or the level up screen. I don't want to see all of it. I want to explore it myself. But I would like at least a vague look at it, like a screenshot of some stuff, and not analyze it too much. But I am interested in seeing that. We did also get to see a little bit of the crafting system, which looks not too much of it, unfortunately. It's only a glimpse. It's mostly a little look at the armors and how they're going to be implemented. It looks kind of cool. Like, it looks like you're going to be able to upgrade it, and it looks like it's separate pieces. So if you wanted like an N7 chest piece and then some kind of armor, it looks like they're going very much the Mass Effect 3 route, which is like different pieces, which I'm very happy. 2 and 3 was a great introduction to that kind of armor, where you get to add separate pieces, and it looks like you're going to be able to craft them, each one giving different bonuses. They did also mention in the trailer about supplies. They did mention you'll have to steal, find, or gather supplies. So most notably, the most common one, we'll be exploring planets in the various areas to pick up supplies like metals, ores, weapons, that kind of thing. I did also like the fact that they emphasize you can steal the stuff if you want, which a lot of us are going to do, because it's an RPG. We loot everything. If you like me, you're a loot whore. You loot everything you see. If it gleams, you take it. Simple as that. So I've been playing a lot of Dishonored 2, and I kind of need to loot everything in that game. It's fun. Now, there is one thing in this trailer that made me go, oh fuck, and that be the death animations, because they be brutal. Now, Mass Effect has not really been known for their death animations. Mass Effect 2's Suicide Mission, we had a few death animations for the characters, but when it came to your character actually dying, most of the time Shepard just plopped to the ground and just went bleh. In this game, you get freaking slaughtered, especially against the big thing. Basically, almost ripping. I think it just pretty much rips you in half. Yeah, it's kind of brutal. So that's a different take. I think that's very brutal, and it's gonna maybe very much incentivize you to not get killed. But I think that also emphasised that there are going to be things in the game that you are nowhere near ready to take on. That's something that they did announce, is that you will be able to find things that you won't be able to take on. So they're taking it very much the Dragon Age Inquisition route with dragons, mostly. Find dragons, too high level, you know what it is, go away, grind, level up, come back, slaughter it, kill it, done, dusto, there you go, get some cool swag. I think that's what they're going for in this, which I'm very pleased about. It does give you a lot of incentive to revisit old planets. When it came to the Mass Effect series, once you were at a planet, once you'd got everything you wanted off there and pretty much finished the main story, you left and never came back. This is going to incentivize to come in. There's going to be a lot to explore by the looks of it, especially as a new galaxy. I'm very interested to see where this goes. I'm going to admit the gameplay trailer has pretty much sold me on this game. It looks phenomenal. I really cannot wait to get my hands on this game. It looks fantastic. It looks gorgeous as well, I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of fun, so I'm going to have a lot of fun playing this. The crafting is definitely something I'm going to get lost in. And I'm very interested in the story. I can't help it. I really want to know more about this, and I want to see how we're going to get on there. I also kind of want to know how we have Krogans if we left before the genophage was cured. So were all these Krogans stagnant, or did we happen to find a cure on our way there? I'm very curious. That's all I really have to say about the trailer. The trailer looks good. It looks phenomenal. And I can't really say praise it enough. It does look really, really good. And it looks like it's going to be a game I'm going to have a lot of fun with. Feel free to let me know what you think of the trailer down in the comment section down below. Let me know what's your favourite part of the trailer. Me personally, I kind of like the shield's probably my favourite part, especially since we did get a good look at that, and it's going to be a lot of fun using that as a weapon as well as a protective item. Hopefully we don't get too much more. This has pretty much sold me on the game already. We will probably get more party members revealed as we go on. I'm probably predicting we'll have at least one, if not two, Andromedan local party members, whether they be the purple guy squid race, a cat, or races that we have yet to see. It would make a lot of sense for us to have a local Andromedan party member to explain the universe to us and explain how this universe works. Oh, sorry, this galaxy, sorry. What are the rules in this galaxy? Who are the enemies? Who are the different factions? That kind of thing. It would make sense for us to have that either as a party member or an advisor. We'll see how that goes. I don't know that there's, and of course, I also don't know the most important question. I wish I could answer this. Will we be able to romance a Krogan? I don't know yet. Highly doubtful, but we all know we all want that Krogan booty. I mean, I know I do. I want that Krogan booty very much. I'm very excited to see where we're going to go with this from future, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this. Spring 2017 cannot come soon enough. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is my little look at the gameplay trailer. Please feel free to let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments, your favourite part of the trailer, and of course what else you're hoping to see in future trailers. Other than that, I think that's where I'll wrap things up now. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I'm Scottish182. I'll see you all next time. I should go.